Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's get into this recap because it's pretty ugly. Exactly what I thought was gonna happen yesterday. If you guys remember yesterday, I was saying the Garrett Cole was it was too good of a line. I mean, obviously we couldn't pass it up, but I had a feeling that something horrible was gonna go wrong, and he only managed to get 4 strikeouts. I should have went with my gut and completely stayed away from it. It's so funny. You guys can see at the top of my notes right here. It's I've got 3 plays right here. All 3 of these hit, and those were the plays that I wanted to do originally, and then I kind of switched things up. I had Nolan Arenado over in his bases. He ended up hitting a homer and hitting a double, so he had 6. DeGrom under his pitch count, which was 93.5, he threw 93. And then Marco Gonzalez under his pitch count, which was 90.5, and I think he threw 87. So I had a winner sitting right on my piece of paper yesterday, and I didn't even and I talked myself out of those ones. So go with your gut when you know you've got some winners right there, and I did not do that yesterday. So our only hit yesterday was Joe Ryan, the lock of the day, over 5.5 strikeouts. I thought it was over for Joe Ryan too. He went through the first 2 innings fabulously. I think he got like 2 per those innings. And then he let up a grand slam, and then the next at-bat later, he allowed another home run. So he got ripped for like 5 points in an inning, and they kept him in for 2 more innings, and he ended up finishing with like 7 or 8 strikeouts. So great game from Joe Ryan. And I think after the performance from Drew yesterday, we won't ever be betting on a Rays pitcher again. Back-to-back nights, the Rays pitchers were both at 4.5 strikeouts, and they both got 4 strikeouts through 3 innings and didn't get a single strikeout for 3 straight innings. Both of the Rays pitchers did that to us back-to-back days. That's just really tough. He's also like an 80-90 pitch guy, and he was pitching a great game, and they pulled him at 72 pitches, which is just unreal. I don't know why they pulled him at 72 pitches. That's just how it goes, though, sometimes. Can't believe, he had 3 straight innings to get 1 more strikeout and couldn't do it. That's just tough. That's how it goes sometimes. Can't write that one. But with that being said, guys, I've got a combination of some overs, some unders, and pitch count today, so let's get into it. Real quick, if you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, make sure that you there's a link down in the description I have that automatically takes you to the App Store where you can download Underdog Fantasy. Also throws in my TAKEMYSHOT code when you guys sign up for that. So when you make your first deposit, it helps me out big time, as well as it gives you a 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you throw in $20, for example, you'll get actually $40, and they'll give you another $20 free just to bet on for funsies, a little risk-free bets for fun. And so that is always nice as well to get those risk-free bets. Also helps me out, like I said, big time if you guys use my code TAKEMYSHOT. Because all my picks every single day are always going to be Underdog Fantasy picks. I think it's the best player prop betting app out there. With that being said, now let's get to today's picks. Today's lock of the day will indeed actually be a pitch count. I've been kind of looking at pitch count a lot lately. They have a little bit of consistency to them sometimes. And so that's why today's lock of the day will be Rich Hill under 85.5 on his pitch count. I'm absolutely loving this line, and I'm going to absolutely nuke it. Rich Hill, coming off his highest pitch count game of the entire year, through 7 innings, if I'm not mistaken, let me double check. Through 7 innings, which he hasn't thrown 7 innings the entire season. That was his longest game he's pitched all year, through 95 pitches. He has no shot in the world he does that again. In 19 starts this year, he has never gone over in back-to-back games. In his last 10 starts, so his last 3 months, he has actually only gone over 3 times. And he just came off his highest pitch game of the year. There's no shot in the world he goes back-to-back games throwing that many pitches, throwing that many innings. I bet you this game he maybe throws 4 innings, maybe throws 50 pitches. No shot in the world Rich Hill goes over 85.5 on his pitch count today. So we're going to go Rich Hill under 85.5 as our lock of the day today. Next up, we're gonna fade a great strikeout pitcher. We're gonna fade Spencer Strider today, under 7.5 strikeouts. The last 11 starting pitchers versus the Colorado Rockies are averaging only 5.7 strikeouts, which is right on line as they're one of the least struck out teams in the year. Only 2 of those guys went over in the last 11 starting pitchers, and those 2 guys were Adam Wainwright and Max Scherzer. So obviously some 2 very elite pitchers were the only 2 that were able to go over. Adam Wainwright threw for 8 and Max threw for 11. So even Adam just barely got there. A couple guys did throw for 7. I think 3 guys in that 11-game stretch threw for 7, but that still counts as under because we need Spencer Strider to go under 8. So I'm liking Spencer Strider today under 7.5 strikeouts. In his last matchup, he only got to 5 strikeouts versus the Rockies. And in 5 starts in the month of August, he's only gone over twice. He's averaging actually only 5 on the month of August. So I'm liking the chances for him to go under today for Spencer Strider under 7.5 strikeouts. And our last play of the day is going to be Shane Bieber over 6.5 strikeouts. In his last matchup, he did manage to get 11 strikeouts in that matchup versus Baltimore. Tristan yesterday cooked Baltimore for 7 strikeouts. He's not a bad strikeout pitcher by any means. I think he's actually one of like the fastest velocity pitchers in the league, Tristan McKenzie is. But he cooked him last night. And the last 4 starting pitchers versus Baltimore are only sitting at about a 5.5 average. So it's not great from what we want to see, but we know that Shane Bieber is very capable of getting high strikeout numbers. He's hit 3 of his last 5 and is actually averaging 7 on the month. He's got 35 strikeouts through 5 games, so that puts him right at an equal 7 strikeout average. So I'm liking that for Shane Bieber. If Tristan was able to cook him last night, there's no reason to think why Shane can't do that as well today. Shane is also one of the better strikeout pitchers in the league. So I'm liking Shane Bieber over 6.5 strikeouts versus this Baltimore team. All right, that means it's time for the perfect 3 slip today. Give me Rich Hill over under 85.5 on his pitch count for the lock of the day. Give me Shane Bieber over 6.5 strikeouts, and give me Spencer Strider under 7.5 strikeouts versus the Rockies to round out today's perfect 3 slip. All right, guys, with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Big month of September upcoming. Today marks September 1st. Super excited. A lot of stuff's going to happen this month. Should be having my baby this month. Getting on this new shift at work should be huge for me. Football starts back up. It's just going to be a massive month. I should be back. We've already seen back to daily videos, back to daily posting on social media. Going to be a huge month of September. Hopefully we can regain some traction with the channel like we had earlier this year. I'm super excited. So let's start off with a sweep. I'm absolutely loving these 3 guys. I wish I could just throw a whole lot of cash on Rich Hill's under, because there's no way that was going over. So I'd love to actually absolutely crush that line, but I'm liking my pairing, the pairing that I have with it. So that'll wrap up today's video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.